Part 12 of the Corvette build. Apologize, it's been a while. It's been really busy, but we're gonna get to work, get some things done. We're gonna replace the windshield this time. So let's get started. I decided I'm gonna go ahead and replace the windshield. When I was doing the floor pans, I sent some grinder sparks up into it, and you know, it's old. It's got rock chips also. Plus the windshield's like 250 bucks with $100 shipping. So I started taking it apart, took the trim off the sides and the top, and I thought the bird cage was in good shape, but it's even better than I thought. It actually looks really good. So next I'll work on getting all the butyl out of here. We'll get it cleaned up around there and see if all these clips are good. I think I might have one clip bad over here. But yeah, windshield, Zip Corvette, shipped next day. Comes in a box, really light. I was surprised. All right, I've got to cut the windshield out now. That corner, the passenger corner over there, was lifting on its own. With just when I was taking out some of the glue, so it's not in very well. But I have this. It's been around for a long time. I've had it laying around for a long time. Never used it. I've never taken the windshield out before, so we're going to give it a try. It comes with the wire and the handles, so let's see if it works. All right, the windshield's out. And as suspected, we had some rust. So it's a good thing I don't mind doing the windshield anyway, because while there's no holes here and all I gotta do is clean it up and recoat it, it'll be good to get rid of that rust. We got some down here in this corner too. And then the other corner, and that's about it. Now, all of these clips for the trim, the only thing that was holding them on was the butyl. So trim wasn't being held on by a lot. But all the heads of the screws were gone, so I'm gonna have to go fix all those holes. Got the windshield frame mostly cleaned up. It's not too bad, not a lot of rust. This one corner, is the worst of it. And you can see there's a little bit of this top layer gone here, and then a little bit of pitting and a couple small pinholes over here. That is the extent of corrosion damage. I bought a new set of clips for the outer molding. On the outside two corners, these two have screws and they're screwed in. All of the ones that were across the middle weren't screwed in. They just appeared to be stuck into the butyl, so I don't really know what was going on there. I thought the new clips that all came with screws, so either I'm gonna have to research that and see what's going on there. But so we're gonna do a quick repair on some of this area here. And do that repair, I'm gonna try out this Epoxy Putty by Pour 15. I saw a video of another guy using this. It hardens up as hard as steel. You can drill, tap it. So I think it'll be good to fill in that corner. I'm gonna take Pour 15 all around the entire frame, and I'm gonna top coat the outsides of it because there's some of the trim doesn't completely cover the window frame, and Pour 15 is UV sensitive, where the top coat takes care of that problem. So I took the trim piece, and you can see right where the clips were through the center of the upper part of the windshield, and there are no holes in the windshield frame. Here's one of the old clips that came off, and it doesn't look like there was a screw in there. It just came out with the trim. And here's one of the new clips that I'm going to install. So I guess I'll have to drill a hole where those clips were and put the screws in. It's weird that those weren't attached correctly, or maybe that's how they were built. I don't know. All right, the prep's done. The installer told me to leave a 3/4 inch bare metal, and they're gonna prime that to take the urethane. So I just used 3/4 inch tape and went all the way around. I did my 2 coats of Pour 15 corrosion preventive, and then in the areas where it's possible that sun or UV light could get to it, I sprayed it with the top coat. So once this cures, it'll be ready for the installer to come put the windshield in. All right, I'm getting ready to put the corner moldings back in. I got them all cleaned up. I did some research, found out you use this 3M strip caulk, so that won't be too bad. I did figure out why the clips why there were no holes drilled for the clips. It turns out that these actually just clip onto the centerpiece underneath it, and that's what holds them in place. I did go and drill the holes though, because I didn't figure that out before I drilled the holes, so I'm going to just plug those holes with the strip caulk. So I went to hook up the emergency brake, and I couldn't figure out why the cable was so slack. Not enough adjustment in it. And then it dawned on me, I moved this crossmember back 2 inches. So if I take this out of here, I think the only thing I can do is I can move it down. I'm not using the exhaust pass-through, so I'm putting side pipes. So I think I'll just extend this bracket down and move the pulley down, and I think that'll fix the problem. All right, there we go. Pulley's been relocated down about 2.5 inches. That gives me tension on the parking brake now. I'll get that coated with pour 15. We'll call it done. Forgot to video any of the diff cooler installation. So you can see here, I made brackets, just a simple bracket that mounts to the frame of the car to hold the cooler. There's a good space here to put the pump. I ran all the wiring. You got your temp sensor and the diff, and then the hoses. Comes out of the bottom of the diff, through the filter, into the cooler, to the pump, and then back to the differential. The instructions for the pump said it was better to run it through the cooler before the pump, that way the pump doesn't get hot. So there it is. So it turns out the interior panels are actually made of fiberglass. I took it to cut it to fit the harness bar, and it was actually easier to cut than I thought it was going to be. So cutouts aren't perfect, but they fit in pretty easily, so I think it was pretty successful. Before I can put oil in the engine, I gotta put in these improved racing Trapdoor inserts. These will help keep oil around the pickup tube during hard cornering. And got a new gasket as well. And you have to cut out parts of the gasket here to fit. It tells you in the instructions to where the doors go. So let's put them in. All right, the baffles just push in, clip in on the bottom of the oil pan here. Want to make sure that the doors are going towards the pickup tube. That way it can let oil into the sump. And then I'm going to hold the gasket up here, and I see that I need to trim a couple of spots. I'll start with this one. Okay, that clears now. These back here are good. This one needs some more. All right, now the gasket clears, so now we can put it back together. in this part, I replaced the windshield. I did put the diff cooler in, but I didn't get a lot of video of that, but I showed you the setup. Modified the parking brake since I had to move the transmission crossmember back a couple of inches to make that work. There's a lot of other, oh, and we powered it up for the first time. All the lights work, blinkers work. So good, successful on the wiring. And I actually got a lot of interior stuff put back in, but I've shown that stuff in the past. So I'm working on getting the brakes bled. We're gonna get this thing running. I still don't have exhaust on order. I'm waiting for that. Once that comes in, we'll be ready to go to the dyno, get her tuned. All right, see you next time.